Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, which is holding the camera over what I'm doing. Now, I did a video of a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, like building one out of the 3-star decks, but it wasn't very good, and I didn't want everybody to think that it's just Yu-Gi-Oh scrap. So what I'm going to do here is showcase my tournament deck. So yeah, here we go. Let's get it open. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the side deck. Let's put the two to the side. This extra deck. Alright, so here we go. Now, I'll explain as I go along. Okay. As soon as you see this first card, you're gonna know what the deck is. 3 copies of Dark Magician. We've got the starter deck UV there, the Arcana, which is nice. This is not the original from Legend of Blue Eyes pack. I had to get rid of that just because it's too valuable. Yeah. And then, of course, the movie Dark. So, 3 Dark Magicians. We have 3 of French Illusion Magician. I really like her, the work there. For those of you who don't know what she does, you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding a card. So you discard a card special her. But when she's summoned, no more special, you search your deck for a Dark Magician card. For Dark Magician monster. Like the monster Dark Magician. Not a Dark Magician monster. There's a difference in nowadays. It's a big difference. Anyway, but she also acts as an honest. So when she's on the field or in your hand, and a dark spellcaster battles. So it could be Dark Magician or another Magician's Rod, which we'll look at next. You can send her to the graveyard for an extra from the field or the hand, and that monster gains 2,000 attack. So if someone big is trying to swing on, it can shoot me honest. So she discard a card to summon herself. So for Dark Magician, and she's also acts as an honest. I think it's really nice. So it's that. Next, Magician's Rod, which we also have 3 of. The Magician's Rod is really cool. You summon him. This is the only normal summon in the whole deck. When you normal summon him, you search for any spell or trap card that specifically lists Dark Magician in its name. Which we're going to get into because it's going to be really useful in this deck. You have to have 3. Now this, I only run 1 of. He's the Magician of Dark Illusion. What he does, he's a lot of different things. His name becomes Dark Magician while he's in the field, and he has 2 different effects that you can use each of once per turn. The first one is during the opponent's turn. During the opponent's turn, if you activate a spell, trap card, or effect, you can special summon it from your hand. So, opponent's turn, you activate any effect, special summon it from your hand. So, these are really easy to summon. The second one is if you activate a spell, trap card while this card is faced on a field. Card Dark Magician graveyard, special summon it. So, you activate an effect, summon it from your hand. You activate another effect, special summon Dark Magician from the graveyard. Now that second effect can only be used once while he's on the field. So he goes to the graveyard, comes back, goes to your hand, comes back, you do that effect again. So, like I said, he's only a 1 of. This is the last monster in the deck. So the deck only runs 10 monsters. So now we're going to go into the spell traps, the Dark Magician specific spell traps. Okay, so first we have Dark Magical Circle. Okay, I'm sure some of you have probably seen this deck, but you haven't seen this version of it, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So Dark Magical Circle, really cool. When you activate it, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You can take either a Dark Magician or a card that specifically lists Dark Magician in its name and add it to your hand. Okay. Now the second effect is what makes it so good. While it's on the field, whenever a Dark Magician is summoned to your field, well, it only works once per turn. When a Dark Magician is summoned, special summoned to use out of the field, you can banish a card your opponent controls. Now that's huge, because we're going to get into a lot of special summoning Dark Magician over and over and over again. So, 3 of. This next one is 3 of Eternal Soul. Now, Eternal Soul is interesting. While it's on the field, anything your Dark Magicians are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Okay? So while Eternal Soul's on the field, your opponent can only swing over Dark Magician. It isn't done very often in today's meta. Attacks don't get very high. We got the Ultra Eternal Soul there, and we went to Secret Eternal Souls. Now, also, once per turn, and it's a quick effect, it's a trap. You can special summon the Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard, or you can add 1,000 Knives, which you have played in this deck, or Dark Magic Attack from your deck to your hand. Dark Magic Attack is basically if you control a Dark Magician, it's Harpy's Fairy Thruster, Harpy Feather Thruster. Control all spell attacks your opponent controls, which is really, really, really good. So you can either once per turn, during the opponent's turn, summon a Dark Magician from your hand and graveyard, or add that Dark Magic Attack from your deck to your hand. So it's really useful. It's basically you get to use it every turn. If anything, you can use your deck by taking out Dark Magic Attack. Next, of course, is Dark Magic Attack. Doesn't really explain it. If you have Dark Magician inside the field, control all spell and traps your opponent controls. And this is the original. I don't know if it's going to zoom. It's not going to zoom. But this is the original Ancient Sanctuary Dark Magic Attack, which I absolutely love. I love anything old. Endgame. Magician Navigation. Now, this card, in my opinion, is what puts this deck over the edge. It has 2 abilities. One ability activates when you activate it, another ability activates in the graveyard. Now, the first ability is you special summon a Dark Magician from your hand. And when you do that, you also can special summon a Dark Magician from your deck. So it brings you 2 Dark Magicians at once, which is fantastic. Our second ability is, as long as it's not the same turn that it was sent to the graveyard, while this is in the graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard, target face of spell or trap your opponent controls. It has its effects negated until the end of the turn. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So it's a negation while it's in the graveyard. Summon and negation. Now, next, this is the last 3 up in the deck. It's the Eye of Timaeus. Okay? Now, the Eye of Timaeus, you guys can hear the dog barking. Anyway, the Eye of Timaeus, what you do is you tribute a Dark Magician, and you special summon a Wahora. Now, this is the problem. Target a Dark Magician monster you control. You can summon a fusion monster from your extra deck and list that fusion monster on the field as a fusion material using that as a fusion material. Now, basically what this does is it goes automatically into this card, okay, which is Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. This card is absolutely amazing. It's a 3,000 attack. It becomes Dark Magician on the field or in the graveyard. So you can special summon it back with Eternal Soul because it's Dark Magician while it's in the graveyard. And now your opponent cannot target spell or traps you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent with card effect. So it stops your opponent from targeting or destroying spell or traps. Now, I don't have to say much about this combo. Okay, you have that and Eternal Soul out at the same time. Okay, Eternal Soul. He's unaffected by spells and traps. Now, he protects Eternal Soul from being targeted or destroyed. Unaffected is better, but so the only way they're going to get past this is to run over your 3K. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. Now, the only problem with the Eye of Timaeus is that it doesn't specifically list Dark Magician, so you can't search it with Magician's Rod. It's the wording. It's a Dark Magician monster, so it doesn't specifically list Dark Magician. It sucks. But anyway, next, Dark Magic Inheritance. If you have 2 spells in your graveyard You can banish 2 spells from your graveyard, add a Dark Magician spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Again, it can't search Eye of Timaeus, but it can search anything else. So it can search Dark Magic Circle, Eternal Soul, Magician Navigation, Dark Magic Attack, any of that. So 2 of, lastly 1 of, this is the last Dark Magician specific card. It's Illusion Magic. Only run 1, because you only need it, you don't need to use it very much. Now, what do I use Illusion Magic for? What it does, you contribute a spellcaster to add 2 copies of Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. 2 copies is a big deal. It's also a quick play. Now, what I use this for is, let's say I open up to the 3 main cards I need: Dark Magical Circle, Eternal Soul, Magician Navigation, right? And I also have Magician's Rod. There's no point in me adding in another Magician's Rod, another one of the 3 another copy of the 3 cards I need. So what I'll do is I'll play Magician's Rod. I'll add this from my deck to my hand, play it, trade Magician's Rod. Now I have Dark Magical Circle, Eternal Soul, Magician Navigation. I get 2 Dark Magicians, plus whatever the 5th card I have in hand. So, and that's really the only use for this card, honestly. Now we're going to get into the non-Dark Magician specific cards. There are 12 of them. First, Upstart Goblin, no brainer, 39 card deck. There are 2 Pot of Desires. Now this is where it differs from most people's versions. Most people don't run stuff like this. They run the spellbook stuff. The little spellbook guide, the spellbook card lets you draw, so for draw power. But I don't like that. So I feel like you always want to have Magician's Rod as your normal summon. If you open up. So that being said, I just add a bunch of cards that I think help the deck. And I think having these cards is better than just having drop out. So let's go through the next ones here. I think the rest of them are all 1-ofs. Yeah, the rest of them are all 1-ofs. So let's put this deck here. We have Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Soul Charge, Foolish Burial, Open Moon, and then of course Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, and a Solemn Strike. So these cards are all self-explanatory. I think having these cards to help out Dark Magician is better than just having some mild dropout, especially that mild dropout can get tricky. Now there's 1 card left in the deck. I'm going to show it to you here. Every time that I have opened with this card, I have 1. Because it shuts down pretty much every deck in the meta, except for Dark Magician. And that card is Skill Drain. I wish I could run 3. If I could run 3, I would never lose this deck. This card is awesome. Basically, you pay 1,000 life points, continuous trap, and monster effects can't be used. Without monster effects, every deck is shut down. Dark Magician doesn't really care because he's not an effect monster. You're just going to run a bunch of spells and traps to help him out. Basically, that's what this deck is. Now let's go to the side deck. Let's go to the extra deck here, of course. Of course, in the extra deck we have 3. Oh, that was unfortunate. 3 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Like I said, I played the combo Eternal Soul. It's just a really good card. And then when you run Metal Flare Metal, and then Big Eye. Flare Metal, I very rarely use. I only really use it. Well, you have to understand the fact. First of all, while he has material, he doesn't get destroyed by card effects, which can be very, very useful against the right deck. Now, of course, each time, while he has XYZ material, which he's going to always have XYZ material because you're not going to use his ability that detaches. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect inflict 500 damage to your opponent immediately after it resolves. So, especially in the meta, there's if you have to pay 500 to reactivate not just the card but in effect, it's crazy. You're gonna lose life points really fast. And then big guy, of course, just change apart. It's amazing. So now the cool thing is, you big eye, attach Dark Magician, take control of the monster, activate Eternal Soul effect, special Dark Magician back. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy the combos you can come up with. So that's the whole deck. Now we're gonna go with the side deck. Now I've never been very good at side decking, to be honest. Basically, I'm just trying to adjust what every opponent's doing. 3 Dark Bribes. To get past things like Mirror Force and stuff. 3 recalls for monster effect heavy decks. 2 Cosmic Cyclones for back row. And then drawing Mirror Force, Horn Black Heaven, Bottomless Trap Hole, Brain Control. Just good cards. I usually don't side deck. Like I said, unless I'm adjusting, usually Dark Bribe or Recall. But yeah, that's it.